And we back with another one, Blue is Our City, Manchester City fan channel. And I must say, it's about time that we get into talking about some football, some on the pitch activity. And I'm so happy to be bringing you guys this Manchester City versus Aston Villa preview. But before we get going, like always, I want to say thank you guys for showing all the love and support to the channel. But if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. If you like the content, hit that thumbs up button. And then we're going to continue growing this channel. So before I get into anything and really talk about the match preview, I definitely want to touch upon all the foolishness that's been happening off the pitch. And part of me, my voice sounds a little drier than normal. So all this pollen in the air. But it's been a hard few days being an American. I must be honest with you, man. We've been getting all this slander since all the news came out, and I can definitely understand. Here, I'm an American citizen, definitely. I was born in this country, but I would never think in a million years that other Americans like myself would go along with something so stupid as forming your own super league and leaving people out, and especially the fans that matter the most. So I'm definitely not a part of it. So just know that all Americans do not support this, because I look out on the internet and I'm looking out on these other fan channels and they dogging us heavy, but just know that we're not a part of it. But I'm going to talk about a few things as much about that. And the one thing I would definitely want to say is that, from my standpoint, I haven't been to Manchester. I think one of my lifetime goals is to go to at least 3 Manchester City games. And when I say go to 3 Manchester City games, I'm talking about actually going to Manchester. So just know that that's the way I feel it. But I can resonate with our brothers and our sisters and our families over there in the UK who might be experiencing some of this frustration. Because if you really think about it, as much as I want to see Manchester City play a live match somewhere on the East Coast, preferably in New York, somewhere where I could really get to the match. And I'm not talking about the ICC games that I'd be going to in the preseason, but as much as I would love to see a live match, I definitely do not want to see a live match take a place in some place other than Manchester when it's a home match. Because flying to Manchester, being a part of the people with the locals there, that's what this is all about, man. All of those people who went to games at Main Road, all of those people who've been going to games at the new Etihad Stadium, all of those people who've been supporting us since 1894, basically got their start over there. And as we grown to becoming a bigger club, yes, we want to have global presence, but let's not take away our home games for the fans who are on the ground, who are local. So that's just my point that I want to say about that there. It's almost like, I don't want to see a Brooklyn Nets game versus the Lakers in Sydney, Australia. You know what I mean? Come on, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe if it's a preseason match, but a live, actual regular season match or a playoff match? Nah, no disrespect to my Aussies that be watching the channel, but I'm just saying, like, certain things need to be local, and that's what I support and that's what I believe in. So I'm going to touch upon, too, something that Pep Guardiola said. And he really talked about the fact that now that this news came out, he's really had to do a press conference. And he took a bold stand and basically saying that this is not sport right now. And I love the way he said that. It's basically mentioning that it's a fixed game. I mean, there's no regulation. It's you playing against the same teams. There's got to be penalties for winners and losers. You know what I mean? If you're losing, you got to be able to go down. If you're winning, you need that motivation to keep winning. And, I definitely support that there. And he actually said something else that I thought was rather interesting, too, is that why is it Mr. Perez or, God forbid, this Glazer jerk who was making comments on the Manchester City site that was just unbelievable to even see. But, why are Pep Guardiola, Thomas Tuchel, and Jurgen Klopp having to answer these questions when all the backlash started coming out? Why is it that these people who formed this league, why are they not the ones speaking up and trying to tell people why they did it, And I think Pep touched upon that too. It's just like all this new information and everybody's throwing these cameras in front of these managers' faces. Stop being a coward with the bad timing. If you're running this Super League or you represent it, you need to get out in front of cameras and address the situation. So I definitely support that there. But I want to lastly say this. While I definitely am against this wholeheartedly, I want no parts of this. The one thing I want us to really understand, too, is that these UEFA people, even I'm going to throw the Premier League in there and all these other, competition governing boards, if you will, FIFA included, these people are not our friends. Because if they were our friends, they would make sure that, we have better discounted prices on going to match days. They would make sure that we're not paying so much money for, these streaming platforms and these services that we all suck all our money into, or at least try to get us a little bit more tickets so that we can go over the Atlantic and, be able to see a game. So understand that these people are not our friends, because last year we was trying to kill you, UEFA. So I'm just going to say that, but I strongly condemn them actions of trying to form the Super League. I'm just not all about that. So let's kind of get into this Aston Villa match, preview. That's what we're really here for. And the really thing I want to talk about here, and even Pep alluded to it in the end of his press conference, was that, all of this timing, asking me all these questions, I don't know anything about this. The only thing I know is that we got Aston Villa tomorrow, and that is an important match, not only for the team, but us as fans. We know how important it is. We've seen our Premier League lead start to slip away. So if we can get a win tomorrow, it would do confidence. But I wanted to take a step back and start thinking really about not only Aston Villa players, but Manchester City players. Think about how these players must be feeling. We read news today that Marcus Rashford came out. So my point being here is I want to make sure that the team is focused on what tomorrow brings, because I know that they have to be dealing with a lot mentally. Being announced into going into this competition that you had no idea really about. Other thing is, too, that you seeing all the backlash, and you really, that you love the fans. You see the fans, and you interact with the fans, whether it be via games like we used to have, or even on Twitter. And for that to be kind of taken away and kind of have to be on the forefront of these players' minds, I'm thinking that it must be really difficult for them to be able to focus right now. But the point I really want to make there is that we got a job to do, and my job and everybody that watches this channel's job is, let's block out the nonsense and let's support this team, especially tomorrow, knowing that they could have a tendency to lose focus, but we know that, right now is critical for our Premier League title. So we need to be able to help these players galvanize with the team and say, look, we know you guys had no business in that nonsense, but we're going to love you. We're going to support you. We're going to rock with you all through tomorrow, because we know that with a win tomorrow, we're closer to getting to our objective, which is win the league. With a loss tomorrow, forget what may happen down the line. United is going to start feeling a little bit more confident about their position. So we cannot let this slip. So I don't care who starts. My point is, Pep, you have to bring out the big guns, man. We have to get this win. I'm not going to say it's the most important game of the season, because I think we tend to run away with that no matter what club you support. But I know I'm going to love on this team. I'm going to support this team. I don't care who the starting lineup is, but I want to make sure that the team is focused more than anything, that they can block out the nonsense and understand the challenge that they have before them. And I think Pep will have the boys riled up. I know that we lost Kevin. We lost Kevin due to injuries. May be out a few weeks. He may be out a month. Hopefully, we'll have it back by PSG. But I'm telling you, one person I'm going to be loving, one person I'm going to be supporting. Matter of fact, two people. Mr. IG, it's time to do what you do, baby. Get up there, step up, show the team how to score goals, get in good positions, and I think we will see a phenomenal Gundogan performance tomorrow. Not putting any pressure on you, Illy, but, I know that you can do it, bro. I've seen you be able to do this before. The second player I want to give a lot of love to has got to be Bernardo Silva. Whether Bernardo's playing the false nine, whether he might be playing the 10 tomorrow, we don't know, but he needs to be out there with the energy, and I know he can step up. It doesn't always have to be with him scoring goals. He could get assists. He could run all day. He could create defensive turnovers. So these are two players that I know I'm ready to rock with. Whether he lines up with John Stones, Diaz, or Laporte, it doesn't matter, baby, because I know that the team is going to be focused. Now, with that being said, we cannot sleep on Villa. We know that Villa has had a rough go of it, meaning that they lost, last time out against Liverpool 2-1. Early in the season, they were higher ranked than what they've been. I definitely have seen some news that Jack Grealish might be out. I normally don't pay attention to these injury reports, because sometimes they get the information wrong. But Villa be, kind of pumped up about this game too. So word, this squad is thinking about leaving the Premier League. This squad doesn't want to face relegation. This squad doesn't want to, battle with it, when the going gets tough, even though we're in the first position right now. But, they thinking that they nice like that and they want to break off, or we're going to go show them what we can do. So they're going to be, no matter what the players are for Villa's side, they're going to be pumped up, ready to play this game. And we got to be supportive of the team. I know we're all feeling some kind of way right now, and we really want to go shake the board members' heads off right now. But we got to love on this team as far as those players, making sure that they have their mind right. And no matter what, we're going to support them. So I'm confident that Mr. Illy is going to step up, that Bernardo Silva is going to step up, that Pep got our back, that we all are in unison as far as wanting to keep the club be to the fans as much as possible. And that's what should start and end with, is with the fans. But we got a job tomorrow. So let's go out and get this Premier League victory, and I'll see you guys in the next one. The video might be a little bit later tomorrow. Sorry, man. I'm a full-time employee. I work. I just try to do this on the side, but I might be able to bring the content to you guys a little bit later. I got a big meeting tomorrow. So, y'all, I look forward to seeing you guys there. City, let's get it done, baby.